Hello, you guys. My name is Ryn and welcome back to my channel. You guys, we have made it to the fifth and final home in the Starter Home Week series, and this is the Quaint Suburban Starter Home. You guys, I can't even believe that we've made it through the whole week with all of these builds. I really hope that you've enjoyed it, and it's been really fun for me. I've had a great time just really learning more about build by mode and just exploring how to build more in The Sims. I've learned quite a bit through this whole week, and I hope that it makes me a better Sims 4 builder in the future, and I'm really excited to keep trying new and different things for you guys. So be excited for that. And first of all, I'm bringing you this build here because it's sort of a thank you. I know, well, the first two builds, which would be the little blue build and the sand quartz build, those builds, I'm saying builds a lot, but forgive me. Those builds were definitely more for families. The first one obviously was for families. It was based on the 100 Baby Challenge, and it offered a first home for people to get started with the 100 Baby Challenge and have everything that they would need. And then the second home was more for a single sim who had, lofty goals and wanted a sophisticated space to live in. And then you probably noticed the next two builds were a little different, with the odd art deco and then of course the barn studio. And those were just moments for me to explore and experiment and play around with build by mode and with different objects, especially only using things from the base game selections. And I just want to say thank you for letting me do that. I know that those types of homes are not really easy to use in game. They're a little out there and bizarre, but it was really fun to create them. And I don't know, just as like a creative person with an artist soul, it was so much fun for me. So I really hope that you felt that too. And that's why, long story short, I am ending on this, a family-friendly home for a family of 3, and it has 2 beds, 1 bath, and it is definitely much more traditional in the sense of a traditional family home. So I wanted to make sure you guys had one more good selection for the just straightforward family homes, straightforward family starter homes, and here it is. And this one was really fun, actually. I went in, like I said, knowing that I wanted it to be much more of a functional home for a family. And I wasn't sure what kind of color scheme I would go with this one, but I started out on the outside with those very, very vibrant orange bricks, and I knew I wanted to use those for the exterior. And then I decided to pair that orange hue with a navy darker blue inside. And this is actually a favorite color scheme of mine. I love orange and blue together. They're complementary colors, as most of us know, and therefore they just really pop and play off each other so well. So I was really happy to be able to explore a color scheme with this. And in the, I think I mentioned it before in the Art Deco one. There's this picture, there's this object in the decorations tab in build mode, and it's a picture of 2 koi fish in a pond. And I always remember that picture, and I really want to do a bigger build based around that. But I just thought, well, why not keep that in mind when designing for this home? That picture definitely came with a different pack, with an expansion pack or a stuff pack, so I wasn't able to include it in this build with the base game items, but that was in the back of my head, so that was in. It's hard to describe exactly what item I'm talking about. You may or may not know it. It doesn't really matter. Orange fish in a blue pond in a picture, and that is what helped jumpstart the color story here. And yeah, it's been really fun too, playing around with these very small spaces and figuring out how to get everything to fit in them. Because golly, you certainly feel like, well, you feel like you want to pack these places and that you need a ton of room for Sims to get around. But at the end of the day, I mean, Sims can move around objects pretty seamlessly in this version of the game in Sims 4. So I think they may even just need a half square tile just to get past anything. I try and play it safe with a full square tile, and yeah, I mean, they're boundless. They will go anywhere. So it worked out super well. And, getting everything to fit in these itty bitty spaces worked out just fine. Here I'm decorating the kids' room. It's not really a kids' room. You'll see in the family at the end, this is more of a teenager's room. In this particular case, at the very least, with the football poster on the wall, it's for a teenage boy. And then there was the parents' room. I really wanted to stuff this house with a lot of accessories and decor and just see how much I could fit in here. And if you have a family of 3, this home is still fairly affordable because you start out, I believe, with 24,000 simoleons instead of 20,000. So if you buy this lot, you should have anywhere between 2,000 and 4,000 simoleons left to play with for your Sims to live off of until they get a job and start, working their way up in life. So I was really happy to see that financially worked out. There's the orange brick I was talking about that also really spurred the color scheme story for this, as well as, like I said, that fish and pond picture I have in the back of my mind. For the landscape, I just wanted to keep it really simple, again, for budgetary reasons and for aesthetics. So I only used rocks and one tree. And again, guys, terrain paint is your friend for life, I swear. It helps so much in making yards look more convincing, especially when you don't have the money to landscape in this game. So I highly recommend using that as much as possible when you're building and trying to design and landscape a yard when your Sim is on a budget. So we're just finishing up. I just wanted to see if I could cut some cash, get some money back by using a different tree, but it didn't really go well. So I just put, I believe it's called the cypress tree back, and just making sure that I get you guys the best price possible on this house. And I believe we're going to go straight into the pictures right about now. And you guys, I just think this looks so beautiful. It definitely looks like a cute little quaint suburban home, perfect for a family of 3. And here is the front entrance with, of course, mailbox, that little rock decor or rock landscape. Here's the living room and a lot of cacti and such. And we're looking into the dining room from the living room. And I really love this shot. And the little elephant and the dinosaur just make my day. Here we are looking in the living room at our family. They are just talking and having a good time. Looking again at the dining room from another corner. Here is the kitchen, and I love that orange coppery sink. Oh my gosh, I die. I wish I could have that in real life. It's beautiful. Anyway, here is the young boy's room, and he's just reading a book in there. I think the colors in there came together super well. I love it. Here is the bathroom. Pretty straightforward for this one. Pretty neutral, just whites, orange, and some blue. And of course, the dark woods help kind of balance everything out. Here is a look from the bookshelf area and kind of the door to the bathroom across the way. And here on the other end of the house is the master bedroom. Also a pretty straightforward design, but very chic, and I love it. Here's one last look at the house in the area of New Crest, and it just looks wonderful, you guys. And here's our family enjoying some family time together and conversation. And you guys, thank you so much for joining me on this journey with the Starter Home Week. I hope you all enjoyed all of the uploads. All of these homes will be up on the Sims 4 gallery. Just search for me, RynAsInWin. Guys, if you like this video and this series this week, please give, this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. You guys, again, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and the Sims 4 gallery all RynAsInWin, the same as it is here. You guys, the internet is a busy place, so I'm honored that you've chosen to spend some time with me here. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for sticking through this week with Starter Home Week. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.